are not a fan of the opt-out movement, if you're not a fan of, players making business decisions, look away from El Paso because there could be some carnage on the field for both these respective teams. As we move into our Sun Bowl preview, it is UCLA taking on the Pitt Panthers, 2 p.m. CBS on New Year's Eve, I should say, Friday the 30th. And like I said, both teams had really good years, right? Pitt took a little bit of a step back from their high watermark with Kenny Pickett and Jordan Addison last year. UCLA had a great year, but still, kind of stumbled down the stretch, really fumbled away an opportunity at the Pac-12 title game. But this game could be a lot of fun if teams are at full strength. I still think it could be a lot of fun, even though they're missing a lot of players. Pitt's already lost Keaton Slovis, what seems like their entire defense stops out in transfers. UCLA, as of recording, still has DTR. I don't think that he's going to opt out. I still think that he's planning on playing in this one, but definitely missing some key pieces like Zach Chardonnay and probably a couple other weapons on offense and defense in this one. It's really hard to make predictions in this case, right? It's really hard to know the depth of both of these teams and who is going to step up, who's going to make some plays. There's a couple things to be watching for in this game. Garrett, where do you see both teams leaning on to win this game?
Yeah, well, I think this game is probably one of the, sort of black and white easiest games if we can see something happening. Tough one to break down, obviously, because of all the opt outs and everything else. But if DTR plays and is his usual self, UCLA wins this game. I just think it's as easy as that. Plain and simple. DTR is one of the best players in the nation, especially when you're considering what's happening on the Pitt side with their defense. He's played much better teams and beaten them. This is a special year for this program, special year for him as well. And if he ends up suiting up for this matchup, which we think he will, he posted a video of him getting off the bus with the sombrero and looking excited about it. So I think he's going to play personally. But if he plays, if he's as good as he has been this year, there's very few teams at full strength that are going to beat them. Nonetheless, missing as many guys as Pitt's going to play. The recipe for Pitt on this one is you have to hope that next year's Pitt team is good enough to beat this year's UCLA team, right? Outside of portal additions, this matchup is really just going to come down to how good the Panthers next year are, right? How good are the Panthers reserves? The coaching is fine. Schemes are fine. They're a balanced offensive attack. They play well on defense. I actually have one of the better run defenses in the country. I think they were first in rushing defense in the ACC. So one of the better rushing defenses overall. They should be able to maybe stymie some of the legs if they come out and play well, but was it the players or was it the coaching, right? How are these reserves going to step in and help that rush defense? Maybe they could capture enough of that just to keep it competitive, just to keep it close. But they're going to need a lot of production out of guys that haven't done anything. This is kind of similar to what Oklahoma's going through as well, where not a whole lot of guys coming back that you've seen from this year's team. So you're going to need some of these newer stars to emerge and to make their names known for this bowl game to go Pitt's way.
Where do you see the dust settling in El Paso?
I think DTR is going to be DTR, and I think this one probably ends up being one of the less fun games to watch just in terms of a competitive matchup. I think he's going to have a heyday. He may not finish this game. You might see some, backup reserve experience for them. I'm going to pick a blowout in this one. Give me UCLA 42. Give me Pitt to score 17.
Wow. So not a close one in your mind. Look,
No.
the Sun Bowl has the potential to go sickos every single year. If you've seen their watch warning advisory system, I'm sure this one will be a warning. UCLA, I think, wins this game. I don't know, final margin of victory can be so tricky. You mentioned that there could be backups playing for UCLA. I'll go 38-17. I do think UCLA wins this one. Just not enough firepower staying and playing in this one for Pitt. And I think it could be a really frustrating watch for Pitt Panthers fans. But hopefully you see some glimpses into the future and some stuff you can be confident about.